Welcome to our Zoom, everybody. My name is Greg Ferraro. My wife and I have been in this industry for about 33 years, and I got to tell you, it's been life-changing for us. It's been absolutely amazing. When I met my wife, we were both in college. She was going to school to be a interpreter for the deaf, and I was going to school to be a computer engineer. And it was love at first sight. We met each other, we got married, and shortly after that, we had our first daughter, and everything changed at that point. I remember my wife; she decided she wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, and we were looking for ways to make extra income so that she could be that stay-at-home mom. And we were introduced to this industry, like I said, about 33 years ago, and it's been amazing. What I love about this industry is it's people helping people. The more that you help people, the more successful you can become. And we learned by sticking around long enough until we found a mentor that was able to kind of teach us how to build a real business. And then we went to work and we worked hard. And I will tell you this, for the last about 26 years, my wife and I have not had to have a job. We've been able to literally have freedom, financial freedom, time freedom. We were there, as our girls grew up, we're there for our grandkids. And it's everything is amazing because we took a chance years ago to step out of the box and try something different, get into our own business and learn how to be successful in that business. And we've been able to help a lot of people be successful. But I got to tell you, over the years, I have seen things that have caught my attention. I have seen when people are in the right place at the right time with the right people, the right company. I mean, when everything comes together, I've seen things where people just go out and do abnormal things. Okay. I mean, you can be successful if you work hard at anything. I mean, you can be successful if you work hard enough. But if you put everything together, the right place, right time, right product, it's like magic comes together. And I'm going to be sharing a presentation today on a product that is absolutely going ballistic. This product is called GLP-3. It is um, our alternative to the shots out there. I'm sure everybody's been hearing about these weight loss shots that are out there. I mean, this is an all natural. It comes in a dropper like this. Okay. Just drop it in the mouth. You don't have to take the shot. I don't know about you guys, but when I go to the doctor and they ask me if I'm allergic to anything, I say I'm allergic to needles. Okay. I don't like needles, but I can tell you this stuff is absolutely amazing. You don't have to take the shot. It's all natural and it works the same way. It actually binds with that GLP receptor. So what's happening here, guys, is we're catching all kinds of people's attention because the demand is so high. So I'm going to go ahead and bring up my slides and get into this presentation so you can kind of get caught up on everything that's going on. This is our formulator, Dr. Dan Gubler. He is the gentleman that he found this. I mean, he found the molecules, the peptides, all natural peptides that they come from salmon and mushrooms and saffron and ginseng and hops. There's 267 different peptides that are in this, and he's the gentleman that is responsible for this. Now, this is patented, so there's no other company that is going to come out with this product. Dr. Dan Gubler is absolutely amazing. He's PhD in natural science, Caltech trained. He's created over 70 best-in-class nutritional products. Our other products that we have are absolutely the best of the best. But here's the thing, guys. This right here is what everybody in the world is looking for because everybody wants to cut some pounds off. And this is an alternative to taking the shot at about a third of the price. It's absolutely amazing. He's been awarded over 20 patents, including the one that he's got on this. And he has come up with many top absorption technologies that has allowed him to get these nutrients into the body so that they perform the way that we want them to perform. So this right here, this GLP, like I said, MBC 267, that means we have 267 different peptides that are in this GLP-3. And what it does is it helps get rid of those food noises, those cravings, okay? It balances out the sugars in your body so that you're not craving those sweets. You're not having that food noise that's driving you to go out and eat when you don't necessarily need to eat. It's got the metabolic support. One of the things that I love is the lean muscle support. We were just talking with a few of the folks prior to this Zoom starting. I've been able to get cut down about 13 pounds, but I've got one of those smart scales that actually allows you to, it tells you what your muscle mass and everything is. I've actually put on 3 pounds of muscle, but I've been able to cut down 13 pounds. So it helps support your lean muscle, which we all want to retain that. Unfortunately, with the synthetic drops out there, that's one of the side effects is people are actually losing muscle mass also, not just the weight. So this actually retains that. So this product is an absolute, billion-dollar mark molecule. It's if you look at this graph here, you can see our GLP drops are right in line with the semaglutide and the triazepazoid. These are the, we've heard about the Ozempic and the what are Monjaro and the other ones that are out there. It's right in line with how that works. So I want you to understand this is actually binding with the GLP receptor like the shots do. It's not a support product. Okay, now we have other products that we have. We have a whole food multivitamin with minerals and all kinds of other things in it that actually supports GLP. It increases GLP production by over 300%. And we have a Revive product that helps with inflammation that also increases it over 300%. But it's a support product, and there's support products out there. What makes this different is it's actually binding with that receptor that helps shut down that food noise so that we can make better decisions. So it's an absolute amazing invention that Dr. Dan came out with when he came out with the molecules to put this together. Now, I'm sure you've been seeing all the confusion all over the marketplace. I mean, who hasn't seen these commercials? You can't turn a television on or drive down the road or be on social media. I mean, you're seeing this stuff all over the place. Charles Barkley's got his messages out there. Serena Williams got them out there, and they're like $45 to get started or $149 a month. That gets people on. But I'll tell you right now, what I'm finding as I talk to people, and I've talked to a lot of people over the last couple months that have tried these shots. One thing they all say is they work. They work. I mean, we can't deny people are losing weight. You see it all over the place. There are side effects that are out there. But you know what? People don't even care about the side effects. I've literally heard of people on the shots that have lost gallbladders and they want to get back on the shots because it's helping them lose weight. People just want to lose weight, so they're willing to deal with the side effects. But what I'm seeing with the prices on this stuff is people are spending $500 a month on the shots, $600, $700, $800, $1,000. I've heard people spending upwards of $1,500 a month on these shots. It's absolutely amazing what people are doing. And why are they doing it? Because it's working. People are losing weight. They want to get thin. And we've got the alternative right here. There is an explosive demand out there. Okay, 30 to 50 million Americans may consider GLP-1 drugs. The drugs are the shots. Okay, those are the synthetic drugs out there. 89% of US adults are aware that GLP-1 weight loss injections. We all see it out there. 12.4% of US adults are already using it. Okay, so it's out there. It's a demand. My question is, would you rather use a shot or would you rather use drops? Would you rather spend more or would you rather spend less? Would you rather have side effects or would you rather have no side effects? Would you rather save money or spend more money? I mean, to me, it's a no-brainer. Now, the dilemma with the GLP, I've mentioned this, often the cost of the shots are over $1,000. I've heard, like I said, probably the most common number I'm hearing is probably around $700 a month that people are spending on the shots. Now, I've heard people finding them for less, but some of these things that they're finding are from areas that they don't even know what are in them. I mean, some of the stuff out there is scary. So you want to make sure you're getting it from a legit place. Okay, a doctor prescribed it if you're going to do the shot. With this, ours is third-party tested. It's in the PDR, which is the prescriber's digital reference. That is a big thing. Again, looking at this graph, look at the market. In 2025, it was a $54 billion market. It's projected to be right around $63 billion. I've heard even upwards of maybe over $70 billion by the end of the year. And over the next several years, the projections are to be over $150 billion market. Why is it growing so fast? I mean, it literally 4 or 5 years ago was next to nothing because it works, because people want to have that weight come off. They want to be thin, and we have the alternative out here. So when you can position yourself with that, why three? I mean, never before has there been a quality product with timing and management and the compensation system that we have aligned so perfectly. We are right in track for global expansion. We're ground floor. Like I said, we just launched this product just in the last couple months. So you're right in the beginning of something that is going to become a multi billion dollar industry, and we've got it. Now, the science and technology, as I mentioned, all of our products are in the prescriber's digital reference. Okay, this is the PDR.net. If you were to go there, you can type it in on your computer, PDR.net, and you can type in the name of our company, three, and it'll show all of our different products in here. It'll show the GLP-3 product also in there. Guys, to get in there, you have to have third-party testing. We're manufactured in a FDA compliant facilities. They're clinically studied formulations. So, the technology is there, the science is there, and the safety is there because it's being done right. Our other products that we have, I want to touch these just briefly because getting the weight off is one thing, but then it's keeping it off. It's having an active, healthy lifestyle. And we have so many great support products. Like I mentioned, we've got our Vitalite, which is our whole food vitamins, minerals, probiotics, digestive enzymes, omegas. It comes in this little packet that you can take on an empty stomach, and it's like $70 a month for a month's supply. Guys, if you went to a nutrition store, you couldn't piecemeal that together. Collagen for your skin, and ours is hydrolyzed, it's microsized, it's a liquid, it absorbs at a high rate. We've got immune for your immune system, revive for your inflammation, and purify comes with the packages that we have with this product to help get the toxins out of your body. So, why now? We are part of something so big. Like I said, my wife and I, we've been in this industry for 33 years. We've made millions of dollars in it. And how did we do that? Because we worked hard. We were coachable. We found a mentor. We learned how to treat this as a business, and we built it into a big business. But I can tell you, where we're at right now, the wellness industry is exploding. It's projected to be 9 trillion by 2028. GLP, like I said, just by the end of this year, they're talking about it being $62 billion. I've heard upwards of 70 plus billion. People are rethinking work, they're rethinking wellness because it matters to them. They want to have their time, they want flexibility. They want a chance to be part of community, working with people that care about them. And that's what we have right here, right now. And like I said, with this product, we have something that is so hot. So these are the packages that we have. Okay. We have our essential pack, which gives you three of these bottles. Okay. You can buy one bottle at $85 retail. If you want to come in and spend $30 to be a member, that $30 is good for an entire year. You're able to get things at wholesale, which is $75 a bottle, but you can buy a package and get them even less. If you buy the essential pack, you get three bottles for $200. That's a $25 savings. That comes out to about $67 a bottle. And what I'm finding is most people are using about a bottle a week. Some people are using less. Some people are using a little bit more, but it's about a bottle a week. So you're looking at probably about $200 to $250 a month on these compared to people using the shot 500, 600, 700, 1,000, like I said, upwards of $1,500. Now we have an Advantage pack. I see most people are coming in with this Advantage pack because it gives 9 bottles, so they have plenty of bottles. They don't run out. And then they get 2 bottles of Purify for free. This gets the toxins out of the body. That's $186 savings. It's $5.99 for 9 bottles. And then there's a complete pack, which gives you 15. If there's a couple of you in your household that wants to get on this, or maybe you want to have some on hand because you know a bunch of people around you that will absolutely want this. And by the way, we all do. Every one of us knows people that want to lose weight and they're already considering doing this. This is a healthy alternative without the shot. Like I said, at about a third of the cost. The complete pack gives them 15 bottles with four of those purifies for free. Now, you want to set up on a smart ship. You don't want to run out, okay? When you're losing that weight, you get on a roll. I'm telling you, it gets exciting. You get get your dosage figured out. You're taking this every day. Some people take it once a day. Some people take it twice a day. Some people take it three times a day. You got to kind of figure it out because everybody's body's differently. But the nice thing is, it comes in a dropper. Okay, the shots they got to dose you and you got to put it in, and it's once a week. And if you get the dosage right, great. Otherwise, you got to jack it up even more next week. And a lot of people get sick because they overdose. Okay, with this, you can adjust it, to work with where your body's at. And you set up your smart ship. Most of us recommend doing the 3 bottles every month on smart ship. So you got those coming in every single month because you don't want to run out. Because as you get that weight loss coming off, you start making those healthy decisions. You're creating the right habits. You're eating cleaner. You're doing things better. You don't want to break that up. So you want to make sure you get yourself set up on smart ship. So I want to show you how to make money. This is a massive, massive industry. Okay. As I said, my wife and I have been doing this a long time. We've had a lot of success in doing this, but I always get this question: how do I make $1,000? How do I make upfront $1,000? Next question people ask is, how do I make $1,000 a month? Okay. By leveraging ourselves with these products. How do I do that monthly? So I want to go back to these packs. The essential pack, like I said, gives you 3 bottles. Okay. It's $200. It's a $100 or 100 in volume. The reason we put volume on this, by the way, folks, is because we're in multiple countries, and this converts it over so we can be seamless in all the countries. If you sell one of these essential packs to somebody, you get a $25 PIB. Now, this Advantage pack is what most people are buying. Like I said, most people buy that for $5.99. When you sell one of those, it's a $100 PIB. The complete pack is a $150 PIB. So what I want to show you is, how do I make that upfront money? We have what's called a product introduction bonus. So, for example, the $5.99 Advantage pack, which most people are buying up front, when you sell one of those, you make a $100 product introduction bonus. You make $100. So, how do I make 1,000? Well, sell 10 of those. If you sell 10 of those, you make $1,000. That's upfront money. Now, that's not residual money. That's upfront money, but you can literally go out. I've seen people go out and sell 10 of these in a week. I've seen people do it in less than that. Okay. It just depends on how hard you want to get after this. Some people, maybe it takes them a bit longer than that, but it's up to you how quickly you want to do this. Now, how do we leverage ourselves? How would you like to make $1,000 or more per month? I'm going to show you an example here how to make $1,000 a month. And here's the thing: if you want to make $5,000 a month, then you just multiply what I'm about to show you by 5. If you want to make $10,000 a month, then you just 10x it. If you want to make $100,000 a month, then you 100x it. Now, here's the beautiful thing about leverage. Okay, leverage, as I show you this system, we get to duplicate, and you can duplicate it to whatever level you want, depending on what kind of effort you're willing to put in. So we're only building 2 teams here. As I said, my wife and I have been doing this a long time. Most companies out there, they make you build 3 teams, 4 teams, 5 teams, 6 teams. The very first company that we were with, you had to build 21 teams if you wanted to get to the top position in this company. In this company, we only build 2 teams. Okay, what does that mean? We get to condense our efforts. We get to work together, and we get to share the volume together, which allows us to go out and help people make more money quicker because we're not spreading ourselves out thin. So how our compensation works on our team commissions is every time we have 900 in volume that comes in between these 2 teams, 300 on one side, 600 on the other, it pays out a team commission. Now, keep in mind, this volume will go down to infinity, okay? And everybody's able to share that same volume. This is a very special thing I want you to understand, because there's a lot of spillover that happens because we're growing this very quickly, and because we're only building 2 teams. As people refer people, they start falling down below each other, okay? Now, as long as you go out and build 2 teams, you're going to be able to capitalize on this. Every time that 900 in volume occurs, you get a $35 team commission. So if you want to make $1,000 a month, Divide that by 35. That means that we need to have 29 cycles of this 900 in volume happening. So 29 times 900 in volume means that we would have to create 26,100 in volume. Now, that smart ship that I was telling you about with the three bottles, that's 100 points every time somebody orders that, and people are ordering that every month. Now, by the way, people are also ordering our other products, and some people are ordering more than three bottles a month. So this example that I'm using with 100 is a conservative example, but I'm using this for illustration purposes. So if you have people on a 100 point order, you divide that into that 26,000 that we need, 26,100. That would mean you would have to have 261 people on Smart Ship of 100 in volume to make $1,000 a month residual income. Now, think about this. If you want to make more than that, then we just build it bigger. Well, people are probably wondering, how do I build that? How do I do that? How do I get a team of 261 people? We use this formula called 2 by 2. Okay. We're going to go out, we're going to order our product, and we're going to go out and share it with two people. And we're going to teach them how to use the product and share it with two people. And we just do that over and over and over. Now, our company will incentivize to do that. Every time you go out and share it with a couple people that buy a package, they give you a $25 cash bonus. And when you teach them how to go out and do and get there too, they get the bonus, and they're going to give you a $50 certificate. It's like a gift card that you can use to buy product. Okay. Now, that's on top of what we make. So in the formula, it's going to look like this. You go out and refer to, and we help them refer to. Now, here's the thing. A lot of us are referring a lot more than two people. I've heard of people in their first week referring two people, five people, 10 people, 50 people, 100 people. I heard of one person, and this is nuts. They've referred on hundreds of people in their first week. You know what? Two is what we're shooting for. Anything over that is just gravy. I mean, it's just going to spill over. It's craziness. Okay. So how this works is based off that 100 point smart ship. You get your two, and then we teach them to get their two. So obviously, if two got two, that would be four. That would be a total of 6 on the team. Now, when those four get two, that's 8, which would be a total of 14 on the team. When those 8 get two, that's 16, and then 32, and then 64, and then 128, which would be a total of 254 people on the team. Like I said before, 261 people on the team with a 100 point smart ship earns you $1,000. So my question to you is, how big of a monthly income would you like to make? Would you like to make $100 a month? Would you like to make $1,000 a month? Maybe you want to make 10,000 a month. Okay. My wife and I, when we were able to make 10,000 a month, we're like, dream come true. Then we wanted to make 100,000 a month. And guess what? We were able to do that as well. Now we want to make $1 million a month. And I know we'll do that in this company because it's a simple, duplicatable formula that we have. Now, max team commissions on the team commissions are 21,000 per week. Okay, so we get paid on the volume. We all get to share it, but it maxes out, because some of you might be thinking, well, if it goes to infinity, how did the company not go broke? Because they only pay out 60% on every dollar that comes in. They know how to keep the company healthy, and this is why it maxes out at 21,000 a week, which is $84,000 a month in team commissions. This is just one of the ways we get paid, and it's not even the biggest way. Okay, I'm not even going to get into the biggest way. I just want to show simples. Now, again, this is an example for illustration purposes based off of that 1/3, 2/3 split. Individual results are going to vary. Some people, they might just want to get their product paid for, and that's great. We'll go out and show them how to do that. You go out and refer on 4 people that buy at retail, you got your product paid for. You refer on 6 people that want to buy at wholesale, you got your product paid for. You want to go out and make $100 or $1,000, I just showed you an example of how that can be done. It's a very simple process, okay? You enroll for $30. You place your initial order. You get in where you fit in. You get what package you want that you want to get started with. Again, I would recommend, not running out, get the Advantage pack or bigger. But if you can't start with that, get the Essential pack. You get in wherever you can. Set up the Smart Ship so you got it coming in every single month. And as long as you've got at least 60 points, your volume is going to hold until you get paid. And then we go and roll our 2. First on the left, then on the right, and then when we teach others to do the same. And like I said, you can refer on a lot more than two, and there's just going to be spillover. So my suggestion to you is this. If this gets you excited, if you've ever been dreaming of being in the right place at the right time, maybe you've tried network marketing and made some money, maybe you didn't. I'm going to tell you right now, you're in the right team with the right people, with a product that is explosive, with supporting products that are the best in class that are going to help people maintain healthy lifestyles for the rest of their life. And we've got a system of duplication that is literally building thousands and thousands and tens of thousands and will build millions of people using this product. We've actually had over 2,000 people join the team in the last 4 weeks. It's growing very quickly. So if this makes sense to you, get yourself positioned. Get into the tree because it's growing fast. We have a system to teach you. Okay. Today is Thursday. We're doing a presentation. On Saturday, if you look in the middle of the Fast Start training, we teach you what to do your very first week in business. 10 a.m. Mountain Time, you adjust for your time zone. We've got top people in this industry that have decades of experience, that have made millions of dollars, that are here to coach and teach you on how to build this. On Tuesdays, we do mentorship to teach you how to develop your skills and do better. And then on Wednesday afternoon, we do a luncheon, a 15-minute blitz, very similar to what I'm doing right now, every Wednesday, and then obviously every Thursday night. So we've got a system in place to help you have success. We just want to welcome you to the winning team. So get back to the person that shared this business for you and let them know, hey, listen, this makes sense. I want to be part of this. Or maybe you just want to be a customer. That's fine. You can be a customer. But I will tell you what's happening. Even I've had so many people that have reached out, okay? Because we put a post out on social media. People call us. I have people that reach out to me. I haven't heard from them in over 30 years. And they're like, tell me more about this. And I tell them, and they're like, okay, I want to use that product. And I tell them about the business. Some of them are interested in the business. Some of them aren't. They're like, yeah, no, what? I just want to be a customer. I just want to use the product. That's fine. And they start using the product and they start losing weight. And people start asking them, what are they doing? And then they're like, hey, tell me about this. Now, if I refer on some people, I can get my product for free. Yeah. And if I refer on even more people, I can make some income with this. Yeah. Guys, I'm telling you right now, you can build this business as big as you want. If you want to get your product paid for, we can show you how to do that. If you want to build this into a side income that can allow you to have extra income coming in your household, we can show you how to do that. And for those of you that are serious about building a big business, man, reach out to us. Get on that Fast Start training on Saturday, and we will show you how to get this thing moving. And you just let us know, hey, listen, I want to build this thing big. We will teach you how to build it big. We are going to help a lot of people over the next 2 years, 5 years, 10 years create freedom. So with that, get back to the person that invited you and let them know, hey, listen, I'm interested. I want to get positioned, or I have some questions. Get your questions answered, or I want to get on the product. But if you want to join this team, get in because it's growing fast, and let the person know you want to get in now. So with that, appreciate each and every one of you guys. Have a great night, and we'll talk to you later.